Today I'm sharing my biggest fashion regrets so you don't make the same mistakes too. Hi, I'm Leonie and welcome to my channel. Now, we all make fashion mistakes, but I kind of feel like my mistakes hit a little harder. It's probably because I should be getting it right. But don't worry, I will be sharing why I don't think that these pieces are worth the effort and ultimately why they're my fashion regrets. Right, first up, off the bat, I'm going to put it out there that I regret buying my black pair of Adidas Sambas. Now, I absolutely love my white pair. I wear them all the time. But the black pair are just so much harder to style. Now, you may think this sounds a little strange because black shoes, how hard can they be? But the problem with the Sambas is that they have a really low profile and they just don't have a lot of shape to them. I've got really large feet and they just tend to look like big black flippers on my feet. And while I can make them work, they're just not worth the effort. Now, this may be the most contentious fashion regret of all because I'm sure plenty of you won't be agreeing with me on this one. But I caved and bought a puffer vest last time I was here in the States. I was freezing cold. I didn't want the full sort of puffer moment, but it is a regret. I just don't like the look of them. It's not that they're difficult to style and it's not that they're not practical. I just simply do not like any outfit that I've created when I'm wearing them. And of course, it's more of a practical piece. I do get that. And I have been wearing mine over winter in New Zealand to walk the dog. But even so, it just doesn't make me feel good. So for that reason, it is a regret for me, but I am sure, I'm absolutely positive it's not going to be a regret for everyone. And I'm sure there are plenty of you that absolutely love puffer vests. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. Now, this one even surprised me and I can't quite believe that I bought this pair of white chunky boots. Now, I'm all for wearing white shoes. I do think that they have a place, but this particular pair was so chunky and the only way that I could kind of really style them to make them look even vaguely cool was wearing an all white outfit. Otherwise, they seem to just create such a statement that your eye was always drawn to my big, white, chunky feet. And no matter what the outfit was doing or saying, that's where your eye was drawn. And it just kind of made such a statement that it took away from any outfit that I created. And at this point, I'd just like to say a very big thank you to my friends at Squarespace. Now, if you've been following me here, you will know that I'm a big fan of Squarespace. I have a Squarespace blog, which I recently sold, my summer shoppable style guide, which you guys seem to really love. Let me know in the comments below if you would like me to create a fall winter shoppable style guide. But if you have any plans to launch yourself online this year, I can hand on heart suggest Squarespace as the easiest way to do it. Squarespace takes care of all of the heavy lifting and the hard work for you. My website and any Squarespace website that you create makes it really easy to send emails, to sell products, to track your audience, where they come from, what they like on your site. Everything is super easy. They even have some really cool new AI features that have just taken Squarespace into the stratosphere. They also have some amazing templates that make getting started really easy too. Now, what I suggest you do is whip on over to squarespace.com, take advantage of their free trial. When you're ready to push play, use my unique URL, which is squarespace.com/The Style Insider, and my code, which is The Style Insider, and that will give you 10% off your first website or domain. It's a pretty good deal, right? So definitely, if you are planning to launch yourself online this year or next or whenever, then Squarespace is the easiest way to do it. So don't forget to take advantage of this offer. Now back to my fashion regrets. Now, my next fashion regret was because I had FOMO. Fashion FOMO is a real thing, and this led me to buying a third trench coat. Now, I love trenches, don't get me wrong, but did I need a third one? No, I didn't. And this often happens when it comes to buying multiples. Buying multiples of real basic pieces can work and can be a really easy and effective fashion thing to do. But when it comes to more statement pieces, I do think we have to be really careful. Now I had two very good trenches, a black one and a slightly browny toned one, but I did have FOMO that I wanted more of a traditional Burberry trench color. Did I need it? No, I didn't need it. So I kind of let my fashion FOMO get in the way, and I made a bad fashion choice and I regret it. So be really careful when you do own pieces, especially statement pieces. If you kind of think that you want another one but in a slightly different color, I would say don't do it. You may end up having a fashion regret like me, and those sorts of fashion regrets are generally pretty costly, so don't do it. Now another regret is buying jeans without any stretch in them. Now I've fallen into this trap a couple of times because I've loved the shape and the style of the jeans, and unless they are oversized, kind of loose-fitting jeans, I am never going to buy jeans that don't have even the tiniest amount of stretch. I think the problem with jeans is that, as we know, when we wash them, they always kind of tighten up. And just that initial stage of wearing them till they get a little more comfortable is just not something that I enjoy, regardless of how amazing the jeans look or how great the style is or how fashionable they are. If they don't have even a small percentage of stretch in the denim, I am not going to fall into the trap of buying them. They're just not worth the effort. Now this is one that I expect many of you to agree with me, and that is colourful animal prints. Now animal prints are definitely having a moment right now, and we can see them increasing in popularity as we head into fall, winter. But animal I see as a neutral, and it's very much a neutral that can be styled with lots of different colours, as I'm wearing an animal print skirt today and a white, simple white linen shirt. But I think we kind of just create some crazy unnatural look when we throw colours in, like this crazy green animal print skirt. As you can see here, I was trying to make it work. I have owned this one for a long time, but it is absolutely a no-go for me. And while I did create some outfits that, in my opinion, do tend to work, it's just not a look that I like, and it's kind of unnatural. I don't even know what to say about this one, but it's just a no-go from me. But let me know what you think. What do you think of these colourful animal print pieces? Would you give them a go, or is it a hard no like me? Now this one is an easy trap to fall in, and that is buying band or concert t-shirts. Now I have fallen into this trap many times when I went to the Adele concert, when I went to the U2 concert, like this particular t-shirt, and you kind of get swept up in the moment and you get all excited about the band, you want to rep the band or be part of the kind of fervor of the concert, if you will, and that excitement kind of makes you make some bad decisions. And I have bought too many concert tees in the past. They're super expensive, and generally I never tend to wear them again after that night at the concert. So one of my fashion regrets that I have made over and over again is buying these concert t-shirts, which I am not going to do again. But do you buy concert t-shirts? Do you collect them? Have you bought them and, like me, never worn them before? Let me know what you think. But these are probably one of my biggest fashion regrets yet. When it comes to regrets, you don't always have to dislike what you buy, but like me, this next regret is only a regret because I just buy too many that I don't need, and that is sweatshirts. Now, I just have this thing for fun, interesting sweatshirts. Now, I'm sure plenty of you have seen me wear a orange sweatshirt with a beautiful profile of a woman's face on the front. I'll try and find a photo to show you. And all sorts of interesting sweatshirts that I am just hooked on. And in fact, every time I come to the States, I go thrifting and thrift some really cool kind of vintage style American type sweatshirts. But it means that I have so many that I hardly wear. And when it comes to multiples, I think it's great to own multiples, but only if you are wearing them regularly. If you're not, then it's just a waste. So I need to rein myself in and make sure that I don't keep buying multiples of cool sweatshirts. I'm not a sweatshirt collector, and I really need to give up on it. I've got too many already. And I think maybe with thrifting, it's the sort of the thrill of the chase. When I find a great sweatshirt, I just get so excited. But I have a ton of them. I just don't need them. So buying multiples of pieces that you like or you have maybe an addiction towards is not always a good thing either. Now, I should have learnt my lesson on this one, because a number of years ago I was asked to walk in a runway show for a prominent fashion brand here in New Zealand, and they had me in a great outfit, but I was wearing some sandals that had a wooden platform sole, and essentially I felt like Frankenstein clomping my way down the runway. My feet just didn't move, and I couldn't get my kind of cool girl walk on. And then a couple of summers ago I bought a pair of gorgeous looking sandals, and I'll put a picture on the screen here to show you. Now, these sandals, while they had a rubber sole, the sole just didn't move at all. And each time I wear them, I also feel like I did when I walked in that runway show. I feel like I'm Frankenstein clomping my way around, and it just doesn't work. They don't make me feel good. They look great. I think they look amazing, and they work with so many different outfits, but they don't feel great when I wear them, and for that reason they've become a really big fashion regret. They are still sitting in my closet because I feel sad that I have to part with them, but the time has come. I need to find a replacement for them, and I think the replacement will be in the form of maybe just a cool new pair of colourful trainers. Maybe I'll just give the whole sandal thing a wide berth. But in saying that, I have seen some really cool basket sort of fisherman style sandals that might be a perfect replacement. Anyway, if you can think of a sandal that I can replace these with, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts, because we're heading into summer real soon, fingers crossed, in New Zealand. So I need to get myself some summer sandals that I feel comfortable in. Now, my next fashion regret is buying a pair of chunky ankle boots that weren't really ankle boots. They hit me well above my ankle, and that's never particularly flattering, especially for me. So this pair of boots hit me kind of almost up to where my calves are. And like anything when it comes to illusion dressing, your eye is going to be drawn to where something falls on your body. So for me, I like to always see the part of my leg where my calf starts to narrow out and my leg starts to narrow out. I've got really decent sized calves, and I don't want to emphasize them. So for me going forward, when it comes to chunky boots, I'll always opt for a boot that falls just below my knee or is a true ankle boot, and nothing in between. That kind of in between no man's land is definitely not flattering for me. So a slightly higher pair of chunky Chelsea boots were, yep, another fashion regret, I'm afraid. Oh, and I should actually point out, a little disclaimer on these boots is, you might be looking at some of these photos and thinking that they look okay, but it's really all about angles. In reality, walking at you front on, they just weren't such a great look. So believe me when I tell you, this is almost like trick photography. The angles is where it was at to try and get a good shot of these boots, because they just aren't the most flattering option for me. Anyway, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, I'd love you to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.